Welcome to Factfinder Investigates. I'm Michael Schwenke. It is a drug 100 times more potent than fentanyl. It is called Carfentanil. The drug used to tranquilize big animals like elephants has now found its way into the illicit drug market. It is now a growing concern right here in Sedgwick County. The deadly synthetic opioid has already killed 4 people in Sedgwick County this year. With its extreme potency, its dangers have become a major concern. Here's Factfinder investigator Brandon Stitt.
It's very deadly, very potent.
As the opioid epidemic spreads, Sedgwick County's chief toxicologist, Dr. Tyson Baird, says the county is now seeing a much stronger form of the drug fentanyl.
Carfentanil is an opioid just the same. It's going to have all of the same presentations with an overdose. The reason that it's different than fentanyl is that it's about 100 times more potent.
Carfentanil is deadly to humans and is used as a tranquilizing agent for large animals. It's not only stronger than fentanyl, it's 10,000 times stronger than morphine.
So that makes it very easy for someone to overdose on that drug.
Sedgwick County's Regional Forensic Science Center confirms 4 deaths this year from carfentanil. So how is it getting here?
It's coming through the same traditional routes as fentanyl, primarily manufactured in other countries.
As we see these new novel and emerging drugs, we face new problems.
Problems Dr. Stedman and her staff at the Forensic Science Center are working to combat with the help of the CDC.
And we're collecting drug paraphernalia, and we're bringing it back to our laboratory, and we're testing it as quickly as we can to see what drugs are circulating among users real time.
With that data, they hope to reduce overdose deaths.
It's not a rich or a poor drug. It's touching everybody in our community.
There's Brandon Stitt. It is something your kids need to know. Dr. Baird says the carfentanil is just like fentanyl and can be mixed in with other drugs or pressed into pills. And they also say the form of this drug is not legit versions used for animals. It's illegally manufactured for the purpose of illicit drug use. A man who officials say worked for North Korea's military intelligence agencies is officially indicted, accused of being involved in a conspiracy to hack American healthcare providers, including one here in Kansas. A photo of the man here. A grand jury in Kansas City indicted him. He's accused of laundering ransom money and then using the money to fund additional cyber attacks on defense, technology, and government entities around the world.
As we've laid out in these charges, our cyber adversaries use ransomware operations for financial gain, to steal proprietary information from our most advanced tech companies, and disrupt our critical infrastructure.
The Department of Justice now offering a reward of up to $10 million for information leading to this man. The Justice Department says an attack on a Kansas hospital, which it did not identify, happened in May of 2021 when hackers encrypted that medical center's files and servers. The hospital ended up paying $100,000 in Bitcoin to get its data back. It's a problem we've seen nationwide. A police officer forgets to turn on a body camera. No longer the case in Wichita. New technology being introduced, now connecting the officer's weapons directly to those body-worn cameras. We got a chance to ride along with police to see how this works.
Wichita police officer Tim Baird carries a lot of equipment. Added to that list in 2011, body-worn cameras. Another piece of equipment he has to remember to turn on during stressful calls. Until now.
The cameras have automated activation. It's called Signal.
Signal pairs the officer's camera with their gun holster.
It will detect when the gun is drawn from the holster and that metal is no longer up against that sensor.
That's not all it pairs with. It's also connected to the taser and the patrol car's lights and sirens.
It makes it easier for officers to activate cameras. It makes them able to focus more on what is being presented to them.
And these new cameras also have better angles and video quality. And if several officers are at the same scene, the new Bluetooth technology can turn on all the cameras.
With the tasers and the firearm, any camera within Bluetooth range of that weapon. So if any camera is not already activated, it will turn that camera on.
Police Chief Joe Sullivan says it's another way WPD is using technology to make Wichita safer for citizens and police officers.
We're doing our part to be more transparent in our operations.
The new cameras allow supervisors also to see live stream videos from officers in the field in certain situations. Previously, not all officers with WPD had body cams, but now every one of them, from the street all the way to the chief, will have a camera. IV hydration and therapy clinics are popping up across the country, but our national investigative team discovered regulations are not keeping up with that industry, putting you potentially at risk.
And I think the problem is that it's become so prevalent that consumers make the assumption, well, surely if it's all out here, then it must be okay.
We dig into the issues being raised by IV clinics and why critics say a lack of oversight has already led to injuries and even deaths. That's coming up.